University updates. Carrie Thompson from Clarion is here. Carrie, go ahead.
Absolutely. So good morning, everybody. It's great to have all of you here, and thank you again for your patience as we're working through these technical difficulties. So we are bouncing around a little bit, but I just wanted to introduce myself. I am the Director of Undergraduate Admissions here at Clarion University, and just some updates from Clarion. Despite the pandemic this year, we saw an increase in our freshman enrollment this year, which was a back-to-back increase for us for the first time in 13 years. So we were excited for that, and we wanted to highlight that. Our first to second year retention rate was the highest it's been in 29 years, and our second to third year retention rate was the highest it's been since we started recording retention back in 1990. Our First to Fly program is launching this fall, which creates a visible network of support for our on-campus first-generation students to help foster a sense of community and enhance their academic and personal success by connecting students with faculty and staff here on campus. Our Frederick Douglass Scholars Program is redesigned for this upcoming year, seeking to create an inclusive university community to exemplify the spirit of Douglass's work through scholarship and research and presentation and publication. Incoming freshmen will actually benefit from field trips, partnership with student and faculty mentors, funding to present at the annual Frederick Douglass Conference, and admittance into the Black Studies or Women and Gender Studies minor. They will also have access to work study and scholarship opportunities here at Clarion. Also at Clarion, we do offer over 175 academic degree programs. So for students and counselors, I'd like to draw special attention to just a few of our programs because I know I'm limited on time. Our medical imaging program is actually a unique 2+2 bachelor degree completion program with concentrations in X-ray technology and ultrasound, and it's offered at both the Clarion and Venango campuses. We do boast a 100% placement rate into our clinical sites and a 99% pass rate for our Rad Tech credential. Our nursing programs continue to excel on all campuses with ASN programs at the Venango and our Somerset campus, which is a new site for us. We also offer an RN to BSN completion program, which is online, and our BSN program at the Clarion campus. All programs are nationally accredited, and we are reviewing incoming freshmen as test optional for the nursing program for the 2021 academic year. In fall 2019, we welcomed our first class into the 5-year Bachelor to Master's Accelerated Program for Speech Pathology. 20 students are actually hand-selected for this program and are guaranteed a special 5-year track, a secure seat in the master's program, and their GRE is waived. And finally, as you all know, that our education programs are a pillar to our institution, and we are actually in our second year of offering a full year field placement residency for our early childhood education majors. Students experience a full year of in the classroom training versus 1 semester of student teaching, and our partner schools districts have been so pleased with the program, and our students are excelling so much so that we are excited to announce that we are expanding this offering for our secondary education majors starting in fall 2021. Also, just so you are aware, we do have on-campus visitations happening, and we are moving to test optional for both admissions as well as scholarship this year. And we do have both merit and need-based scholarships that are under review. So that is a quick update on Clarion, and I think my 3 minutes are up. Diane, I will bounce back to Cheney.
Good morning. Welcome, everyone, to Counselor Information Day. And before we begin, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has decided to come and join us on today. Cheney University is located in Cheney, PA, on 175 acres of land. I can tell you that what you see right here, this is our science building, state-of-the-art center. We have 3 colleges, which is the School of Arts and Sciences, School of Education and Professional Studies, School of Natural and Applied Sciences, 15 majors, 15 minors, 16 concentrations. I know that this is a hard time and an unexpected time. And during this hard time, I can tell you that we have been open for 3 consecutive semesters since spring, summer, and fall, and we have been successfully COVID-free. That is a plus for us. We have had in-person classes, and throughout, even though that the world has stopped, in many occasions, there has been a stop to a lot of businesses. We are still going. We are institutional control public. Our campus is very small compared to other campuses. We are a very small institution with a public education, but your students get a private education. Student to faculty ratio is 15:1. Admissions requirements, we are test optional. Application fee is $25. We GPA 2.0 to 4.0. SAT scores, if available, we'll take them as well, or ACT scores, we will take them as well, but we are test optional. Our newest programs are pre-medicine, pre-nursing, health professions, and forensics. We have, Cheney University is known for our scholarships, our Keystone Scholarship, which is a full ride. And now that we are test optional, we are still going forth with the scholarships. Bond Hill Scholarship, after you graduate, after your students graduate here from a 4 years, they are eligible for a Bond Hill Scholarship pending that they maintain a 3.5 GPA. We have presidential scholarships out of state, tuition reduction, and more. Cheney University, we have some of our majors are aquaculture, criminal justice, English, education, fine arts, philosophy, political science, psychology, pre-nursing, pre-med, computer science, hotel, restaurant, and management. We have 4 dorms, 3 dining options. First year students get parking. If they drive, they can bring their car. We are right now, as we stand, we have 624 students, 5:1 female to male ratio, 15:1 student ratio, teacher ratio. As I stated before, we have been COVID free. We have public safety, 24 hours for 24 hours on the campus in case of an emergency. 24-hour security, 24-hour gate security. And we are only located 30 minutes from Philadelphia, 20 minutes from Delaware, 50 minutes to Maryland. And that concludes my time. Next up will be, not sure who's next.
We can jump to East Stroudsburg, I believe is next, and then we'll back up to CalU and Bloomsburg at the end. We'll circle back to the end. So why don't we go to East Stroudsburg?
Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Jorge Osorio. I'm probably a brand new face to many of you here. I just joined East Stroudsburg University this past January as the new director of admissions. So it's a pleasure to virtually meet everyone. For those of you that, there's probably many of you that are familiar with ESU and who we are and where we are, our location, the Poconos. And I wanted to give a few highlights of some of the things that we're really trying to push and promote here at ESU. Not only am I new, but also we have a brand new Vice President for Enrollment Management, Karen Lucas, who I believe some of you may have also met as well too. And we certainly would love the opportunity to meet all of you across the entire state. We certainly are available by phone, email, and also by Zoom. If you'd like to schedule a Zoom meeting with us, please let us know. We'd be happy to do so. Some of the things that are going on with us, we are hosting on-campus visits. We've been doing so since July, as a matter of fact. Actually, over the summer, we were hosting a Wednesday evening visit opportunity, which turned out to be very, very successful for us. We still are also continuing to host virtual sessions for those people that prefer meeting with us virtually as well too. We've also held a few on-campus events so far on weekends where we are featuring each of our colleges. And as a matter of fact, this upcoming next Saturday, the 14th, we are hosting an open house. It's a university-wide open house. Some portions will be virtual, some portions will be held exclusively on campus. The the final itinerary and schedule is being worked on right now, and it should be available by the end of this week. So we'll be able to promote that, and so that way prospective families can plan and make the appropriate arrangements. So that way, if they wanted to stay at home, but their academic workshop is going to be held virtually, they can do so at home. Or if they wanted to come to campus for a campus tour as well as their academic workshop, they can certainly make those arrangements as well too. And so we are certainly looking forward to having future warriors here on campus as well too. Some of the highlights that we're really pushing forward is we have our 58 undergraduate programs, our graduate programs as well too. We also announced several new certificate programs here at the university, and the certificate programs are great because they make for great complements to a student's overall four-year program. We have several available for undergrad students, and we actually just announced some new ones earlier this year: environmental health, health emergency preparedness, global health, health project management, and one of our newest ones that has really taken off is the medical marijuana and public health certificate. All the certificates are able to be completed in 4 years, along with a student's major, as well as their minor as well too, if they so choose to have a minor as well. And that also all falls under the Warrior Promise, which I'm sure all of you have heard of, is that the Warrior Promise, the tuition for a student does not change during their time here. With regards to applications and admissions, we are test optional. As of right now, nursing is really the only one that requires SATs or ACT. We are certainly still following up with all the news and trends with regards to the difficulty that students are having being able to take the SAT and ACT. So we are assisting students as best as we can to help find local test centers that are open to them. And we've been having some good success here. So we are still requiring SATs or ACTs for nursing as well. But as I mentioned, myself being new and also with the new vice president for enrollment, the biggest story that we really wanted to share with prospective students and families and with all of you today is, and moving forward, is our outcomes. What you see here is a glimpse of a young lady, Maya Henry, who recently graduated, and we're really starting to push our success stories. People know our location and what the Poconos has to offer and our campus. Many people know our facilities, outstanding state-of-the-art facilities for sciences and art and theater and numerous other areas. But we really want to push the success stories and let people know that if your aspiration is to go on to med school or law school, we have those success stories, and that proves to students and families that we can help you get to where you're looking to get to. And I want to share a few other success stories.
We're going to have to wrap it up here.
Okay, thank you. So we have a number of success stories on our website, and we'd be happy to share with you on if you so choose to get in contact with us. So thank you very much for your time. I look forward to meeting all of you very, very soon. With that in mind, we're going to move on, and I believe alphabetical order, Edinburgh University is next.
I'm Diane Raybuck, Director of Admissions at Edinburgh University. Edinburgh is located about 20 minutes south of Erie, and the town of Edinburgh is a lake resort. There's a lake in the town of Edinburgh and also a 5-acre lake on our campus. Amanda, are you able to forward to the Edinburgh slide? There you go. You can see a picture of Mallory Lake. That's right in the center of our campus. We actually have a 585-acre campus. So lots of recreation for students. And the town of Edinburgh has actually been ranked 15th safest campus in the United States for a campus our size. We have a tremendous student body, very talented. For the past 4 years, our freshman profile for the freshman class, the GPA has been over 3.5 GPA, and 90% of the students have a 3.0 or higher. We have an honors college this year. It was an honors program and changed to an honors college here in January of 2020 with its own curriculum and special opportunities for students, experiential opportunities, and also to travel abroad. When students apply to Edinburgh, they're automatically considered for honors college admission. If they meet the initial criteria, they can also apply for consideration. We are test optional for admission and scholarships this year. We've added additional merit scholarships for freshmen from $1,500 to $5,000. If students are admitted to the Honors College, they're also considered for an additional $1,500 or a housing scholarship for the Honors College. Scholarships have also increased from $1,500 to $2,000 for students with at least a minimum GPA of 3.25. Several of our academic programs have received special recognition. Our education is one of only 3 in Pennsylvania that has the CAPE accreditation, and it's the first to receive both initial and advanced preparation status. Our program received a distinguished 10-year accreditation from the National Association of Schools of Art and Design. Our nursing program continues to have an excellent first-time pass rate on the NCLEX exam of over 90%. And we just launched a new partnership with High Flight Academy for our aeronautical program, and that's located in Butler, PA. So we look forward to that new partnership. We are hosting on-campus visits this fall. Most of the appointments are full, though, so we do have a virtual open house coming up on Saturday, November 14th. Encourage your students to attend the open house. They'll have an opportunity to talk with faculty about their intended major, as well as get information about admissions, financial aid, and the campus. Our visit page is edinboro.edu/visit, and the different options are listed here. And talking about our talented students, one of our star tour guides, Shannon Kearney, actually made a video of a walking campus tour. You can check that out on our visit page. And we also have a new self-driving tour and self-walking tour that people can use if they're in the area and we're not able to accommodate in-person visits.
Thank you, Diane. We'll have to wrap it up now.
Yep, that's it. Thank you.
Great, wonderful.
Sean Jones from IUP will be next.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the opportunity to share some updates on what's happening here at IUP. As Diane mentioned, my name is Sean Jones. I'm one of the Associate Directors of Admissions here at IUP. The first update I would like to share with everyone involves enrollment. Here at IUP, we continue to have over 10,000 students attend. Roughly about 8,000 students are undergraduate, a little over 2,000 are graduate students. 7% of our students are out of state, and 23% of our students are students of color. Starting this fall semester, all of our new students were paired with their own personal IUP guide. This staff or faculty member act as both a mentor and a resource for our students to help them in their first semester here at IUP. So if a student had any issues, concerns, or problems, they had direct contact with someone that could help them. We thought that that was very important as students are transitioning from high school to college. We also created 2 new offices on campus this semester. The first is our Hawk Q&A Center. It's a one-stop resource for questions for our students that ranges from financial to academic. This office is open 7 days a week for our students. The second office we created, opened this year, is the National Achievement Scholarship Office. This office helps provide information and guides our students as they apply and get selected for prestigious scholarships such as Fulbright, Goldwater, and others. On the academic side, here at IUP, we continue to offer over 120 degree programs, 70 minors, 30 certificate programs. Our most popular programs continue to be nursing, criminology, communication media. Some of our more unique programs, you're looking at public health, speech pathology, and interior design. Also, may be interesting to know that IUP is the only university in the country that offers a minor in teamwork. This can be paired with students' bachelor's degree to enhance their resume. This September, we broke ground on a new science building opening in 2023. This building will certainly elevate the work in the STEM field, as it will be a state-of-the-art facility for our students. Our university college, which accepted its first students in 2018, opened its physical location in a new renovated space in the library. For those who may not be aware of our university college, it was set up for those students who are truly undecided in terms of their major. Regarding applying to IUP, we are still on a enrollment admissions basis. There's no application fee, and we are test optional. We are test optional not only for admissions, but also for scholarship money as well. At the time of admission, students are automatically considered for scholarship money with or without their SAT test scores. And we are also having students visit our campus. You can go to our website. We're having individual visits to our campus. This concludes my updates. Once again, thank you for this opportunity. And it is my pleasure to hand it over to Kutztown University. Have a good day.
All right, good morning, everyone. It's really great to see so many people on this session. I'm just going to start by saying that I'm a mom of a high school senior. So if anyone has chocolate, wine, anything to send along to me to help me get through this, please let me know. As a director of admissions and being in this profession for over 20 years, going through this process as a mom of a senior, it's not quite what I expected. So I'm grateful to all of you. This year has challenged us all.
Amanda Magdick from CalU. We increased the capacity. My apologies. Are you still able to join?
Can everyone still hear me?
Yeah, Krista, go ahead. I think Amanda didn't mute and she's talking to the chancellor.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
That's right. I don't think she realized her mic was on. I apologize on behalf of Amanda.
No worries. No worries. I just wanted to make sure you could hear me because I had some trouble getting in as well. But again, I just want to say thank you to everybody for being on the call. This year has been super challenging for all of us. So at Kutztown, we had a great year. And I do also want to talk just a little bit about enrollment. Our freshman class ended up being up about 7% over the year prior. We have done everything we can amidst this crazy pandemic to just try and get our students acclimated to our campus. We, of course, have some students who are studying virtually. We have some who are hybrid. We have some who are doing classes in person. We've worked incredibly hard all summer long to ensure the safety of our students. And so I just wanted to put that out there that obviously enrollment has been top of my mind as the director. This coming year for students who are in this senior class, I want to talk a little bit about admissions first. So much like my colleagues, we did decide also to enact a test optional policy for students, both for admission and for scholarships, and that is for both in-state and out-of-state students. So please feel free to encourage your students to apply to Kutztown. The application fee waiver is the word golden, and they can use that fee waiver on either the Kutztown application or on the common application. So again, please let them know there is no application fee, and all we need to process their application is their transcript. Also, from an admission standpoint, I wanted to let you know that we did also increase our merit scholarships for students. Right now, we have scholarships that are ranging from $1,000 all the way up to full tuition. We do still have in place the Board of Governors scholarship. Some have decided to rename that scholarship or change it in some ways. We decided to retain that nomenclature. So we do still have that full tuition scholarship. There's no special application for that. As students apply, they are considered for that full tuition scholarship. Some have mentioned here about on-campus visits, and we also have many on-campus visits. We've actually been on campus since July. And so we do still have in-person tours. We've extended many of our Saturday visits for students and families, as many students are really interested in being on campus. And because we're fortunate to have students on campus, we are safely, again, having tours, very, very limited sizes, again, making sure everyone remains socially distanced and safe during this time. I want to talk just a little bit about some of our new majors and programs, some highlights of this coming year. And I want to talk about some of the new programs that we have. So in the physics department, we actually have a new concentration this year in engineering technology. In our biochemistry department, we have a new track in pharmacy. And then also in environmental science, we have a new track in regenerative agriculture. And this is a really exciting program, basically studying organic farming. We have an institute that is right near Kutztown called the Rodale Institute. And so students who are interested in this field have found just an incredible opportunity for experiential learning. I want to talk to about some of the things highlighted here on the slide. Our business program did just receive AACSB accreditation again. That was renewed. And brand new this year, our computer science and information technology program did receive ABET accreditation. So really proud of both of those programs for the recognition that they've received. Of course, always known as an education school, founded as a teacher's college in the 1800s. We're just proud, again, to continue our strength in education. Again, you can see some of the new programs highlighted there. Last year, we did award over $4 million in scholarships. I mentioned test optional, and again, we are on the Common Application. If anyone has questions for me or my staff, please feel free to contact us. Counselor relations is one of the favorite parts of my position. I love interacting with counselors, and I'm so glad you could all be here today. That is it for my comments. Thank you so much again for joining us today, and I will pass it off to Lock Haven.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you again for being here today. My name is Mike Hall. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions at Lock Haven University. It's a pleasure to be here. Very quickly, things to share about Lock Haven University. Right now at Lock Haven, we are serving right around 3,100 students. One thing that we do a lot of things really well, and it all comes back to one thing: our size. We're a small university. We have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We get to know your students, and we think that's really important. Our class sizes are small. Our typical class size for incoming freshmen, right around 45 students per class with an average of about 23. So it's very cliche to say, but there's no better way to say it. Your student is more than a number at Lock Haven University. They get to forge meaningful relationships with faculty. We think that's really important. We get to know who they are, and then most importantly, we get to make sure that they graduate on time. All of our students here have an academic advisor who they'll work with through their 4 years at Lock Haven University to make sure that they're taking the classes that they need when they need them on time. It's also important to note that all of our classes at Lock Haven University are taught by our professors. We don't have classes or labs taught by graduate assistants. In addition to that, we offer a variety of excellent support services to make sure that students stay on track. Second floor of our library, we have the Learning Commons. In our Learning Commons, we have a writing center. We have an excellent peer tutoring program. We offer peer tutors for most all of our 100 level classes. We also have a math center. In addition to that, we offer an Office of Disability Services for students who need reasonable accommodation. We can certainly provide that at the collegiate level as well. You can see some of our most popular majors listed there: health science, criminal justice, business, sport administration, education, psychology, biology. Those are just some of our top programs in terms of enrollment. Accelerated options include athletic training, physician assistant, sport administration, as well as pre-K through 4 education. Just so you know, some of these programs have deadlines, specifically 3+2 physician assistant. We have extended the deadline for that. Students who are interested in the 3+2 physician assistant program have until December 1st to submit their applications and still be considered for our accelerated 3+2 physician assistant program, as well as our 3+3 pre-physical therapy program. So please keep those things in mind. Visiting campus, we are offering campus visits Monday through Saturday. So Monday through Friday, we do a 9:30 presentation and we do a 1:30 presentation. Both are followed by tours of campus. We also have Saturday visits, which begin at 9:30. For the next several weekends, we're also hosting virtual open house events, and you can view those on our website at lockhaven.edu/visit. To wrap up, just the two final things to share is we have a very generous merit-based scholarship structure this year. We have made sure that we're awarding students, even those who choose to come in test optional, we're making sure that they still get a really nice merit-based scholarship, which takes me to my final point, and that's the application. The application's open, admissions.lockhaven.edu/apply. Your students can go there to apply. They can qualify for fee waivers, and we have that information listed on the application. So having said that, if you have questions, please contact us. Thank you so much, and I'm going to turn it back over to Diane.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. We actually have the chancellor with us now, Dr. Greenstein. Please go ahead. Thank you. Amanda, can you fix his sound?
Yes, go ahead, Chancellor.
Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Well, thanks, Diane. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks, everyone, for coming. Thanks for your flexibility. I'm sorry the technology wasn't more forgiving for us this morning, obviously, but I'm delighted that apparently the reason it is one of the reasons that it's challenged is that there are so many people in attendance, which is great. So look, just a couple of things, and I don't know whether there's opportunity for Q&A, but I'm happy to take some questions as well. But I did want to say, look, there's obviously a lot going on across the state system. You might have read bits and pieces in the press or in other venues. But I really, this is really, in my view, this has never been a better time actually for a student to attend one of our great universities. I mean, these are really tremendous places. I have spent only a few years here, but I have gone really deeply into the data that speaks to our work and the contributions we make to our students in the Commonwealth, and I have spent countless hours with students talking about their experiences of who we are and what we do. So let me just share a couple of tidbits. So our universities post some of the highest graduation rates of universities in their sector. Nationally. Our students, while they have pretty significant debt loads, which reflects the level of support available to public education in the state, have very, very low student debt default rates, which means they're getting jobs, right? And then when you look at the sort of the data that we have on student outcomes in terms of their earnings, the return on their investment is really high. So, so our universities offer our students a chance at a reasonably affordable price to complete their degrees at higher rates than they might achieve at other institutions they might be considering, and to go on to have very successful careers, which show up in in the things that we can see, which include their salaries and their employment. There's really in the kind of a technocratic, policy wonkish way, it's great return on investment. They're also really wonderful places. The sense of community is deep at each of our universities. The traditions are long. The students, when I do focus groups or seminars with students, which I do every time I visit a campus, which I do at least every term for every university in our system. I ask the students, why do you come here to this specific university? It doesn't matter which one it is. And of course, the reasons are, just as you'd expect, they're very varied. But there's some kind of, there seems to be some kind of emotional attachment. Often the case, student walks on campus and just know it's for them. And it's really difficult to get under. I mean, I have my own kids, and I've experienced that as they have chosen their universities. But it's powerful, and it's palpable, and it's exciting. So I wanted to say that. There obviously the universities, the system as a whole has a set of financial challenges. But we're dealing with them. This is the first time in like 2 decades. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, but this is in order to ensure that our universities continue to be as productive and as effective for our students as they have been historically for well over 120 plus years, right? That's the point. The point is to ensure that, and we are on that path, right? We are well on that path. And I'm excited about it. This is about our future. It's about the future of our students. There is obviously talk about integration in the northeastern universities and 3 of our western universities. This is also about expanding breadth and opportunity for our students. And when I talk to students about that, they realize that, oh my goodness, you mean I can have access to all courses at a university too, and all the kind of activities. Yeah. And it comes out in all sorts of really interesting ways. Recently, there was a conversation, I can't remember at which university, because I've just finished my tour of 14, so they all kind of discussions blend together in my head. But there was, one conversation about there's a mechatronics program. I think it's in the West. I think it might be at Cal, and if I'm messing that up, I apologize. But we were talking about, mechatronics is an aspect of engineering which is not uniformly available across, all places. But the opportunity to make that available to sort of across students who might be in that Western configuration, or the opportunities to combine complementary health programs to across 3 universities, so that a student who is interested in some aspect of the health professions now has potential to go for a much wider variety of potential specialties than they would if they attended one university operating independently of each other. The point of integration, and it's often lost because it's a complex and hard thing to do, but the point of it is to expand opportunity, for our students, to ensure they have greater access to a breadth of academic programming experience. That's the point. And we'll see where we get to, but it's pretty exciting. We have an opportunity, frankly, I believe it's a gift, to redefine public higher education as it needs to be in the 21st century. And that's what we're doing, because that's what we need to do. That is our obligation to you and the people that you serve, who are the people that we serve. Our students, their families, our employers. And we're on it. It's cool. I don't know, Diane or Amanda, whether there are any questions or any opportunity to take questions. I'm happy to do for a few minutes if that's, and if not, up to you.
Yes, we can do that. If anyone has questions, please post them in the chat.
And thank you, CalU, for saying CalU equals mechatronics. Super. Got that right.
Great.
The link to the booklet.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your comments. We're really looking forward to working together. I know in the western part of the state, we actually started our integration today, working with Clarion, CalU, and Edinburgh to host this program.
Yeah, oh, that's fantastic. No, just so you know, I mean, it is. I have seen more energy. What's happening, and you folks should know this, is that people are getting together and they're basically charged to dream up what the 21st century university ought to look like and put our students at the center. Let's design around them. There will not be one other college or university in this country that has that has done that has set itself the task of doing that. We pour our students into our structure, typically in higher education. We're going a different path, and I couldn't be more excited.
Chancellor,
go ahead.
Chancellor, if I may interrupt, we do have a few questions.
Go ahead. I can.
You opened the floodgates here, so I think one of the biggest questions coming through from a few counselors, how do you foresee the application process, or what maybe do you recommend the application process for these merged schools?
So that's a great question. Let me talk about the timeline. Right, this is a long journey. This is not an overnight thing, one and done. We're just at the beginning. So the timeline goes like this. We're involved in a detailed planning phase now. The soonest the board could take, and the board has the authority, and only the board has the authority, to take a decision about integrating universities would not be before July 2021. And the soonest integrated universities could enroll their first cohort of students would be August 2022. So we're 2 years out. So right now, for this crop of students, this cohort of students, it is business as usual, and they will attend a school which will be business as usual, right, for fall entry 2021. Right? And we will guarantee, because we are required to by our accreditors, that a student in a program of study will be able to complete their program of study. And honestly, this is about expanding opportunity, not contracting them. So I have really no problem with that. So right now, business as usual. I see another question about what schools are merging together. None at the moment. We are looking at the opportunities at Mansfield, Lock Haven, and Bloom, one group, and Edinburgh, Cal, Clarion, another group, right? And again, like I said, no decision would be taken. The earliest decision would be taken would be July of 2021 by the board. And the process is public. The planning will be public. The information will be public. So there will be no surprises.
Let me see if there are any other questions here. I know that there are a few coming in that the universities can address in a little bit later. Let me see here.
Will the names change? So let me I see a couple.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the objective here is no. Our names are important. These histories are important. These are community-based schools, and they have been for 100, and I think the youngest is 127 or something. The oldest 188, right? This is about empowering them to enable their students to do more. This is not about changing their names or changing their histories or changing their legacies. Those are important. So I would expect that their names would continue the same. Apparently I broke up earlier on. I don't know what the important thing I broke up on, but for this year's applicants, it's business as usual, and business as usual through
Any other questions for the Chancellor?
All right. Thank you. Hey, look, thanks, folks, for everything you do. Just so you know, my life got started, I don't know, well, my life got started, but my life was accelerated by the people who put their arms around me at a critical time in my secondary education. So, and they came out of your profession, and I'm profoundly grateful to them and to you. So thanks for everything you do. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Greenstein.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. All right, it was great to hear from our Chancellor. We'll go ahead and continue with our updates. I believe we were at Mansfield.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashley. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at Mansfield University. Mansfield is located in north central Pennsylvania, so it is a very rural area, and our students like to come there for two reasons, either recreational reasons or research opportunities in such a rural area. We're about 45 minutes north of Williamsport, just to give you an idea of our location. We are one of the smaller state schools in Pennsylvania with just over 1,700 students on campus. Mansfield's size has always been our greatest strength, as our students have very individualized attention in the classroom, very personalized education. We, not too long ago, were able to actually reduce the cost of tuition for our students, which we were very excited about. So we continue to be a very affordable option for our students. We do offer scholarship opportunities, merit awards for students in-state and out-of-state. We offer 39-degree programs on campus, and all of our programs are extremely hands-on. Just to give you an example, I was very excited to see recently some of our faculty and students were recognized for some of the cancer research that they're doing on our campus. So I'm very proud of that. Just to give you one example, some of our newer programs include in our chemistry department, plant extraction chemistry, in our psychology department, school psychology, and in geosciences, geoarchaeology. So we're excited to add those to our degree programs. Some of our more popular programs include nursing, psychology, business administration, biology, and criminal justice administration, as well as both elementary education and secondary education. Mansfield does have rolling admission, but I always highly recommend that students apply by Thanksgiving their senior year, especially if they're going into a program such as nursing or some of our more competitive programs. We do not have an application fee, so your students will not need a waiver to apply. And we are SAT optional now as well. So students will only need to submit their application and submit their transcripts and any college credit transcripts that they would want to transfer in as well. We do have visit opportunities on campus. So I would highly recommend going to our website, mansfield.edu, to check out the visit opportunities. We are allowing students on an individual basis on campus. We also have a lot of virtual visit opportunities, including instant decision opportunities. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you.
Perfect timing. All right, I think up next we're going to hop to California University of Pennsylvania. So let me get that slide up here.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Just a few housekeeping before we even get started, because I'm watching, as we have shared, this is Edinboro Clarion, and CalU working together on this event. So I just want to adjust a few things because I'm watching your questions in the chat. The questions in the chat we will be able to save. So if your question did not get answered, we can always follow up with you afterwards. And if it's a question we can't answer because it might be directed to the chancellor, we can attempt to get that answer for you and get back to you. So don't feel that you've asked a question and you've been ignored, because we are going to be able to go back. It's just tough to keep up with them. I also posted a link, a PDF, to the booklet that you've been asking for. I've posted it twice. If you didn't get it, need me to post it again, let me know and I can get you that booklet. It will also be hosted on the PASHE website, so you'll be able to access that later. And I think that's all I had as far as housekeeping. So now a little bit about CalU. So I am Tracy Sheets. I am the Dean of Admissions at CalU. And for those of you who do not know where CalU is in southwestern Pennsylvania, we are 35 minutes outside of Pittsburgh in the small town of California. We are bordered by the Monongahela River on the complete one side of campus. We have approximately 6,800 students, which our student body is made up with undergrad students and graduate students, as well as we have a very strong online presence. And I heard my little beep, but I was doing housekeeping, so I'm going to ignore my little beep.
No, that wasn't your beep. You were good.
Okay. As far as academics go, one of our newest programs that we're very excited about is our veterinarian tech program. It is an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree. Right now, we did start the program the previous year. However, we are in the process of fully building out the facilities, which is pretty cool to see. Kennels go in, an x-ray room, a surgery room, and an outside, I'd say, play yard for dogs and cats and whatever. So that's underway. Fun to watch because it's a very unique program. Recently, we just did a $10 million renovation of one of our national landmark historical buildings, Coover. That's where our mechatronics, that was mentioned. That's where our mechatronic labs are, our digital media technology, graphic design, are all housed in that Coover with brand new labs, state-of-the-art labs. Our master plan in the future has plans to bring down 2 of our older science buildings and put up a brand new science complex. Right now, this fall, we are remote. In the spring, we have announced that we will be going hybrid, but we have been doing our campus tours and visits. We have many different types of campus tours depending on the safety concerns of the family, if they want no contact or, the full campus visit following CDC guidelines. So those campus visits are taking place. Some of the admission staff is on campus, even though courses are remote. This year, we did go test optional. My personal opinion is I hope we stay that way. I am not a huge fan of SAT and have done a great deal of research on the SAT. So I would really like to see CalU stay SAT optional and ACT optional forever. As far as scholarship programs go, we do have the Merit Scholarship that is based on GPA. Previously, if you were aware, it was based on GPA and SAT, but it is only based on GPA right now. And Sue Mizik, I've been watching your questions, and we do have the out-of-state scholarships as well. So they could get the out-of-state scholarship with the minimum GPA plus the merit-based scholarship. So if you have any questions one-on-one you want to have with me, we can have an offline conversation. We also have some major specific scholarships that are very, very attractive. The Rutledge, we have 10 full tuition and full housing scholarships going to BS of Education students. We also have full scholarship for economics and other full scholarships based on programs or geographical region. I will put an app fee waiver in the chat for you. If you have a student interested in applying to CalU, they could use the app fee waiver. But we are available for any other questions if you need us. And again, thank you for attending and for your patience this morning during our little hiccup there. So thank you.
Okay, and I think next up, Carrie, we could go ahead back up to Bloomsburg. Bloomsburg University? All right, how about Millersville? Want to go ahead? Millersville, are you on? Are we losing people here? Shippensburg.
Good morning.
Maya.
Hi, I'm here. Hi, everyone. My name is Maya Mapp. I'm the Director of Admissions at Shippensburg University. And as everyone else has said, thank you all so much for being here today. This is such a crucial time for higher education. And the more that we can help share information, that is what we're here to do. So Shippensburg is about to turn 150 years old. We are a mid-sized institution, which I like to call in the Goldilocks zone. Not too big, not too small, with about 5,300 undergraduate students. We are currently on campus in a high flex model for the fall, and we will continue that for the spring. So students will be able to select whether they are taking classes online or on campus as we proceed through the next spring semester. Because of the time limit and because I like to talk, I'm going to start with admissions information. As many of our other colleagues, we are test optional this year. We also, so students should really just need to submit their transcripts. And as counselors, you can submit those transcripts through slate.org. We are able to receive transcripts that way. We are currently waiving application fees, but if once the fees come back on, and I hope they don't, you can use SHIP MM, M as in Mary, M as in Mary, to provide to your students to be able to get them that application fee waiver. I'll also type that in the chat at the conclusion of my time as well. We are a member of Common App, so students can apply through Common App and select a fee waiver in order to get that waived as well. There's several different ways a student can be admitted into SHIP. We have our regular admission, our academic success program, which is our summer bridge, and we also have our early explorer program, which is our fall bridge program, providing extra scaffolding and support to our students as they're incoming that may just need a little bit of help as they're coming in. SHIP is rolling admissions, so a student can apply at whatever time is going to be appropriate for them, because I know this year's timelines, especially now, are very different. And we are retooling our scholarships right now because of the test optional, so that we can maximize the amount of money that we can provide to the students. However, students can still apply for foundation scholarships right now if they are admitted into SHIP. We are, as I said, on campus, so that means our visits are on campus too. We have visitation daily through December 18th, and always as well as select Saturdays. We actually have an event tonight for our multicultural event. It's at 4 o'clock today. Called A Place for You program. So if you have multicultural students that are interested in SHIP, today's the day for them to come. We also have an open house program on November 14th that will be live from campus. For us being on campus, the students will be able to see the various buildings and hear information about SHIP and meet with our faculty. For anyone that's from out of state, we do have a new out of state rate for our out of state folks that is about 5% more than what our in-state is. So out of state students would be paying very, very, very much so affordable rate to attend an out of state school. Now on to our academics. We have 3 colleges: our College of Arts and Sciences, our College of Business, and our College of Education and Human Services. Engineering is, we're the only Pennsylvania state school to have civil engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and software engineering. We also have a new facility that's coming open for our School of Engineering. Our business college is one of the, is accredited by AACSB accredited for our College of Business. And then we also have a lab school on our campus. For those that are interested in elementary education, we're one of the few schools in the country that have an elementary school on campus, so students can get hands-on information from the beginning. We have low cost traditional housing that is able to create a community in a different way than our suite styles, which is both in the halls, which will save $2,400 a year.
Thank you, Maya. We'll have to wrap it up.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Next time, I'll catch you guys later.
All right. We are going to head up to Bloomsburg.
Hello. Hi, I'm Lindsay with Bloomsburg University. Some updates that we have, some program and academic updates. We do have a new major, which is research and analytics and marketing. We have 2 new minors, international studies and public relations. There are a couple of name changes. So our health physics major is now called radiation science, which is not medical imaging. It's often confused with that. Also, our Department of Mass Communications is now known as the Department of Media and Journalism. Our honors program is now officially an honors college. And starting in fall 2021, the new freshman class will be expected to live on campus for 2 years. So that will be a new residency requirement. We do have a new Deal Center for Law School Preparation. And with that, we have a new agreement with the University of Pittsburgh with their law school. It's a new accelerated law admissions where students can apply as a junior instead of a senior. And then after 1 year in law school, they'll have 2 degrees from Bloomsburg and University of Pittsburgh. And then some other campus updates. We do have our Sekisui Professional Experience Lab, which Sekisui is a local business, manufacturing business. They provided this lab downtown for students to be able to access tools like Skype and other things to help prepare for meetings and just other general stuff with their future careers. And then finally, we are wrapping up construction on our Arts and Administration building, which is anticipated to be complete by January. So that will actually allow all of our academic departments to truly be around the quad in a nice, convenient layout. So that is all of the updates for Bloomsburg. Thank you.
Thank you. And ahead of time, you're so good, Lindsay. All right. We have got Katie from Millersville. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Katie Charles. I'm from Millersville University. I just wanted to start with a brief overview of some of our new programs that are set to launch fall of 2021. So if you have any students interested, they can actually start applying now. We did just launch a Bachelor of Science degree in Information Technology with a specialty in healthcare analytics. So we've seen growing popularity in that area. We think it will respond to needs in that industry right now. And so, like I said, students can apply for that now beginning fall of 2021. We did just launch a bachelor's degree in emergency management. We launched a sport administration bachelor's degree with an option to continue for a 5th year to earn a master's degree. We started packaging engineering technology within our applied engineering department. And also we've expanded our entertainment technology area to include media arts. So you can feel free to go to our website to find descriptions of each of those programs. But we encourage you to start taking a look at those if you have students maybe interested in one of those fields for the upcoming year. In terms of application updates, similar to what a lot of my colleagues said, Millersville did decide to go test optional for fall of 2021. We're currently reviewing some information to see if we can also go test optional for fall of 2022 for the current juniors. We hope to release that maybe early in the spring semester, what our plan is for that. We did remove the application fee. So we are on the Common App and we also have our own Millersville application. We don't have a preference as to which one your students use, but no matter which one you use, we did remove the application fee. So there's no code or anything that you need in order to get the free application. And we did start around March when COVID hit, accepting unofficial transcripts from high school students. And we decided to continue that through this year as well. For the purpose of application review, we will take an unofficial transcript from your student if it's easier for them to just download a PDF and email it to us, or take a screenshot from their student portal and send it to us. School counselors can submit credentials through email as well. We just ask that any student who decides to enroll at Millersville send us an official transcript at the conclusion of their senior year. And so then we just have a few opportunities for visiting us. Obviously, a variety of opportunities online, information sessions, and academic seminars with our faculty. We are open for in-person tours and in-person information sessions, which are limited to 10 students on each tour and 25 students in each session. And then additionally, we did start traveling regionally to some conference centers and hotels to meet with students and families individually. So we're doing that primarily in the tri-state area. And I put the short link on the slide there for you to see if you have a student that maybe isn't able to travel to campus, but would like to meet one-on-one in person with an admissions counselor. We do have that available as well. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And next up, we are going to hear from Slippery Rock.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael May. I'm the Director of First Year Admissions at Slippery Rock University. I just wanted to mention that our official fall 2020 enrollment was 8,876 students. That's in total, including undergraduate and graduate, making us the third largest university in the system. We have about 7,500 undergraduate students, so we're a mid-sized university. The rural setting of Slippery Rock, we think, provides a small, quiet, and safe learning environment for our students. And then there are about 3,000 additional residents within the borough. And for those of you who don't know where we're located, we're about an hour north of Pittsburgh, and the greater Pittsburgh area is where a lot of our students have their internships and where a lot of our graduates are employed. In terms of admissions, we receive about 5,600 first-year applications each year for a fall class of 1,550. In terms of our first-year students, we're looking for a 3.25 higher weighted cumulative GPA in a college prep curriculum. And like my other colleagues, we are test optional for fall 2021 and beyond. We will not use test scores either for admissions purposes or for academic scholarship consideration. We have more than 150 academic programs in 4 colleges: the College of Education, the College of Business, the College of Liberal Arts, and the College of Health, Engineering, and Science. Exercise science is our largest undergraduate major, but nearly 20% of our students come in as undecided, or what we call exploratory here at the Rock. We do have cutting-edge majors like safety management, music therapy, as well as some more traditional programs like English, physics, and Spanish. We're very excited about some of our new programs in engineering, homeland and corporate security, physician assistant studies, occupational therapy, and healthcare administration and management. Last fall, so fall 2019, we welcomed 4 new undergraduate programs: civil engineering, mechanical engineering, cybersecurity, and musical performance theater. I'd also like to add that we're the only state system school with dance as a major, and we have a newly renovated performing arts center that will be opening in January. A couple of points of pride I would like to add. This summer, we were recognized by the Zippia Career Experts as the best public college in the state of Pennsylvania for getting a job. This speaks to the strength of our academic programs and the resources found in our Career Education and Development Office. We provide more than $6 million in scholarships annually to our students, and we're very proud of our Rock Opportunity Scholarship Program, which gives out nearly $1 million per year. These are the scholarships for our neediest students, and nearly a third of our first-year students receive some sort of scholarship. Last but not least, we're very proud to have the #1 4-year graduation rate in the state system, as well as the #2 freshman to sophomore retention rate. And I wanted to let everyone know that our campus is open to small campus visits. We have visits available Monday through Saturday. Times and availability can be found on our website at sru.edu/visit. And with that, I'd like to introduce my colleague, Erica from Westchester.
Thank you, Michael.
Hello, my name is Erica Camp-Matt. I'm Executive Director of Undergrad Admissions at Westchester University. I just have a few updates for you. First, we are Common App exclusive this year, so students who want to apply to us need to use the Common App. We no longer have a Westchester app. We do still have fee waivers available on the Common App, and it's still accessible. We haven't increased any requirements, and in fact, we are test optionals like some of my other colleagues. So we are test optional for admissions, and we are also test optional for scholarships for in-state and out-of-state students. We are also very generous with scholarships this year, and we reviewed the model just in light of everything that's happening. We are also open for a limited number of in-person tour experiences for students, and we will be for the spring as well. So we have options for students. We have a small group of current student tour guides that are working with us. And then my last update is that we have a brand new building that was supposed to be opening in the spring, but will actually be opening in the fall. Will be our new STEM building for our sciences and math. And those are all my updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. Short and sweet. We have received a lot of questions, and we certainly want to make sure we get those answers. Diane, I'll let you go ahead.
Sure. We actually have Missy Manning and Carrie Thompson are monitoring the questions. I've seen a lot of them come in. I'll let you guys go ahead and field those questions.
If the PASHE representatives would like to activate their cameras, and this will be our FAQ Cracker Barrel session. And I know that there are a lot of questions, so you want to come on in?
Absolutely. So just a couple of things that have come up. Can we do by a raise of hands? How many of us are on the Common application? Can you do a raise of hands if you are a Common App school? Okay. Hopefully we all have our names across the board with our university. And just so you know, we are sending out an Edinburgh, correct me if I'm wrong, we're sending out an FAQ page. We are working on getting it posted here, but it will also be sent out with some of these common questions as well.
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect.
I just posted it.
Awesome. There you go. They are on top of it. So the Common App question came up a couple of times, and I think how many of us are test optional for this coming year? Okay. How many of us plan to do this for at least 3 years?
So no.
Don't know yet.
Okay, so we are at least piloting it for a couple of years. Everybody else is to be determined. How about that one? And then another question that came through, Shippensburg mentioned that they have their valedictorian scholarship. Does anybody else offer that as a scholarship option for their students? Nope. Okay. I'm trying to watch them as they're coming in. So
I did have a question earlier when the chancellor was on. One of the questions was from a school counselor in Ohio and discussed first generation support for students. I thought that was a pretty important one. So if maybe one or two of the PASHE schools want to, because I would imagine all of us as a whole are very strong with first generation support. So maybe if one or two want to talk about first generation support.
Well, I'll go. This is Maya Mack from Shippensburg University. About 2 years ago, we actually started an office called Students First, which is for first generation students that has peer mentors and a true team that supports not only the student, but the parent of first generation students. Half our students are coming in as first gen, our president is first gen. So it makes sense to have an office that is truly dedicated to helping them through the college search process and through not only the college search process, but through their 4 years of being at SHIP.
Thank you, Maya. And yeah, East Stroudsburg, 1 second. To add on to this question, there was also a question in regards to tuition assistance with homeless students. So maybe we can tie these two topics in. So go ahead.
So we actually have a proposal in with some of our upper administration for a first generation scholarship. So that's one of the tactics that we're going to be using to hopefully assist, and we're just waiting on approval from that. But we definitely have a lot of pieces in place with our Campus Life and Inclusive Excellence division for connecting first generation students to various resources on campus, whether it be academic related, social related. They do a great job of connecting those students. And actually what we're also doing is within the area, we're going to be partnering up with a lot of the local schools as well too. So to have earlier opportunities to connect with first-generation students that are in and around the area, some of our local high schools as well, too. With regards to homeless students, I know that in my experience, normally those students will qualify for additional need-based financial aid, so we always encourage those students to go through the financial aid processes and provide us any documentation with regards to their situation, as that can always lead to some additional need-based free federal aid as well too. And occasionally, I know that we have a number of endowed foundation scholarships that some students may be eligible for, at least here at ESU. So there certainly are opportunities for us to assist homeless students as well.
If I can just chime in too, at Kutztown University, we do also have a program for students who've experienced homelessness or who have lived at any point throughout their life in the foster care or have been in the foster care system. It's called the PROFS program. I'm happy to put the link in the chat if that's helpful. But students actually have a one-on-one meeting each week with a mentor that they are matched up with. And as Jorge mentioned as well, there is additional scholarship funding for those students. So I'll go ahead and just put that link in the chat for anyone who's interested in learning more.
Thank you. So I think I see a couple of requests, PASHE team. One is transfer would like to, like the community colleges would like to see a conference like this. And then there was also a request for us to perhaps entertain a first generation panel, maybe for all the PASHE institutions to do a Zoom or individually. So I think by show of hands, we would all be willing and interested to do that for sure.
Absolutely.
Other questions, school counselors?
The other request that has come in, there were some counselors, of course, that came in late due to the limitations. So there were some counselors who missed our application fee waivers. So if you have an application fee waiver, can you post it in the chat so that all counselors can see if you have one available to them? And that way it's all condensed right here in this one area.
Thank you, Carrie. And also the application fee waivers are on the FAQ sheet that will be posted on the PASHE counselors page.
Thank you, Diane.
I can display that if you want right now. And our guests, so if you are able to zoom in on this document yourselves, simply hover over it, and you can see some common questions that are asked.
Thank you, Amanda. And this document will be posted on the PASHE counselors page.
And there was a question also about the fact book. We have provided a link in the chat for the fact book currently right now. And Diane or Missy, the fact book is also going to be on the PASHE website as well as the PSCA website. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. And as a reminder, this is being recorded and will be shared where? Diane, refresh my memory.
On the PASHE counselors page, everything will be posted there. I'm not sure how long the recording will take to be uploaded, but we'll have it out there shortly.
We will send an email to everyone letting them know what the materials are available.
Thank you, Missy.
There was a question about FAFSA deadlines. The FAFSA opened on October 1st. The deadline for FEA is May 1st. So they can still file the FAFSA after May 1st, but in order to be eligible for the Pennsylvania State Grant, that has to be completed by May 1st.
There was a question of who all has a valedictorian or a salutatorian scholarship. So I am actually going to put everyone back up on the stage. So if you want to give a raise of hand, if your university offers a valedictorian or salutatorian scholarship. Okay, so it looks like Shippensburg is the only one. And then if anybody would like to discuss their honors program, there was a question regarding the honors college versus an honors program.
I can talk about Edinboro. Our honors program was an opportunity for students to be in a community of honors students. The honors college actually has its own curriculum with coursework available to students for the freshman and sophomore year, and then also additional opportunities for experiential education for the students above and beyond the typical internships and experiences that they have, and study abroad programs. So that's the difference at Edinboro.
Similar to what Diane mentioned, here at IUP, we offer both the Honors College. We usually enroll about 100 students. All of those students who are admitted or awarded scholarship money to attend IUP. And we also offer honors programs as well. So students have an opportunity to choose between either or. All of our Honors College students do live in the Honors College dorm their freshman year, and they are given a number of different opportunities to extend their learning outside of the classroom in the forms of study abroad, internships, as well as national student exchange programs.
Go ahead, Michael.
Amanda, I just wanted to add something, actually not about Honors College, to Tracy's point about the FAFSA, because that was a great question. And I just want to mention that, you know, with the early FAFSA, which is now open, that's your 2019 IRS data, right? So all of us have financial aid offices that are more than happy to work with students, because many families are seeing a different economic reality today than they did in 2019. And so that fear or that change should actually be an incentive for families to file sooner rather than wait, because it allows us to work with them and make the appropriate adjustments when possible to try to make our campuses as accessible as possible to our students. So I wanted to throw out that context, because no one likes talking about money, but we're all here to help families and help them with the process, especially when things change dramatically, which it has for many families this year.
I think there is, we are wrapping up to 10:30. We certainly do value your time. There was a pretty good question, though, I thought maybe we could conclude with, and it was in regards to undocumented students. And so if we have any special in-house programs for students who are undocumented, what financial aid resources might be available since they do not technically qualify for federal aid?
Here at IUP, we have what's called the Promising Scholars Program, which provides undocumented students with scholarship money as well as academic and social support here at the institution. And you can find more information about that on our website.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any input?
I was just going to say at Shippensburg, we don't necessarily have any special programs. The students are eligible for our institutional merit-based scholarships.
The same is true for us at Kutztown.
Same as well here at ESU, and some of the foundation endowed scholarships may be available to undocumented students as well too.
That would be the same at Edinboro.
Great.
That will be the same here at Cheney University.
Show of hands, how many would that be the same for everybody?
I can.
Easier.
Yeah.
Okay, Diane?
Okay, I think we're wrapping up. I apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning, but as we said, this is being recorded. It will be posted on the PASHE Counselors webpage, along with the booklet, the FAQ, the PowerPoint presentation. So that will be available. We will send out an email to let you know when those are out, when everything's posted out there. But we really appreciate everyone coming to join us today. Thank you so much. It's been great having you, and this is our learning opportunity for our first virtual PASHE event. We don't know what's going to happen for spring. We hope we're in person, but we may be doing a virtual event again for spring. So thanks, everyone. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.